Hello, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. No longer Savage rating. We're finally back to doing normal Final Fantasy content, which is always good. Let me get all of my stuff set up. Oh, it looks like application audio is actually working. So in theory, that should be playing the Final Fantasy audio. But I don't have time to really check it right now. So instead, let's see. Oh, actually, the way I used to do Final Fantasy audio is not working. So I'm gonna remove it. We can just do that. Alright. Yeah, so I got a new plugin for not Discord, OBS. And that is why I now have application audio. So in theory, that should just automatically capture whichever game I have open. I haven't really had a chance to test it out that much. So we'll both find out how well it works. But right now, in 14, it is All Saints Wake. And I was in here to try and create a Halloween glamour, and I have realized the one that I usually used, the vampire vest, I can show you. So I usually use this. However, there is a slight problem with this hairstyle. So I will not be using the vampire vest. So instead we're just gonna go in my usual paladin glam. I don't usually have paladin on streams. I think the last time was probably back in like the first tier of Pandemonium. But I do really like my paladin, so I want more excuses to use it. Alright, but All Saints Wake should be in Gridania. Because that's where it usually is, unless they've decided to suddenly change it. I see the spooky thing there. So that seems like a good sign. Yep, there's a quest over here. Alright. Pumpkin-headed apparition. And I did make myself some hot chocolate for the spooky season. I also have a soda to keep myself awake, because otherwise the hot chocolate will put me to sleep. So let's talk. The ether-starved Ahriman. The pumpkin-headed apparition is on the lookout for an able adventurer. Yep. And that's... what is his name? Papa Gruff? That's like vaguely what I remember. It's been more than a few moons since last we met, friend. As it so happens, I have a proposition suited to your talents. Are you prepared to throw caution to the wind and consort with fiends most foul once again? Sure. Of course you are. But before we get to the heart of the matter, let us reflect upon the history of All Saints' Wake. On this night do fell fiends merge to cavort and careen, unconcerned with the judgments of those on high. For the halls of the saints' heavenly abode ring with merriment as the wine flows freely, and no one can be bothered to look down. Thus did God's fearing folk greet this particular sunset with trepidation, daring not to venture from their homes. No longer. Nay, for adventurers came and drove out the void scent, restoring safety to the city's streets and marking the occasion as one of jubilation. That's all well and good, but what of the poor forsaken fiends? Are they, too, not deserving of revelry? My wish is to see All Saints' Wake reborn, as a celebration for all, be they ghost, ghoul, Gridanian, or otherwise. Okay. And how do I propose to accomplish this feat? Binding obligations, friend. I've convinced the more sinister sorts to enter into contracts which forbid them from preying on mortals. In exchange, they are permitted to partake in the festivities. There's one troubled soul who still seems incapable of getting into the spirit of things. Perhaps you'd be willing to give them a hand. Nothing too devilishly difficult, I promise. Before you get started, you'll want to get a grasp of the particulars by speaking with Papa Gruff. He ought to be performing one of his shows by the entrance to the Great Gloam Brewery. Now go. I shall be watching your performance with great interest. And a heh to you too. Great Gloam, huh? Alright. I mean, Great Gloam's not that far. I was told this quest is really, really short, though. So, I'm curious. Hello, Papa Gruff. It's been a while. By that I mean a year. Although it pains me so, our humble performance must draw to a close. Let us then end things on a high note. Ladies and gentlemen, I bid you feast your eyes on the fantastic Philcox and his transformation magics. Okay. What was all that about? The clowning and whatnot was a right laugh, but the last bit was bleeding rubbish. Come on, let's get out of here. It seems your assistant isn't so great. Oh. Once more you fail to muster up even an ounce of magical prowess. I had the crowd in the palm of my hand. We'd have been the toast of the town if not for your blunder. There you go again, shrieking the same old tune. Read it up to my eyeball with this farce. Just because you know a few cheap tricks doesn't give you the right to treat me like that. I can't stand the sight of you, let alone the thought of taking to the stage with you again. Good riddance. Okay, bye. Oh. Well, well. Fate has conspired for us to cross paths once again. Out with it, then. I know you're not here to swap pleasantries. I heard you need help. A foul fiend failing to get into the spirit of All Saints' Wake. Wager you speak of Philcox, fellow who stormed off in a huff. Like most of our ilk, Philcox and I have an insatiable appetite for ether. But, unlike your garden variety void scent who hunt hapless mortals like beasts, we prefer to sate our hunger with their enthusiastic approval. I tell you, there's no ether as delectable as you'll find in food gifted in genuine appreciation. Which set me to thinking, perhaps preying on mortals was an old-fashioned and misguided approach. Thus did I commit to giving folk the sort of frights that dazzle and delight, winning hearts and minds, and in the process no small number of ether-laden delicacies. And what better occasion for such terrifying amusements as All Saints' Wake? The method is catching, too. Many void scent now seek ether in this manner. Wilcox is one such reformed individual. When I first laid eyes upon him, I sensed promise. Get him in front of a crowd and you're lucky to get a smattering of half-hearted applause, let alone a few measly crumbs. You'd be better off hearing it from the Ahriman's mouth, though. Can't have gotten far. No. Poor Phil. Alright, can't have gotten far, you say? Oh, there he is. Are you staring at a wall? That sniveling whelp of an imp. Magic's this, magic's that. The sheer unbridled cheek of it. Wilcox is practically frothing at the mouth. So incensed is he by his treatment at the hands of Papa Gruff. You must soothe him before attempting to start a conversation. Okay. Slash soothe. Calm down. Apologies. I had taken leave of my senses. Your timely intervention is much appreciated. Wait, by the look of you, I'd say you're an adventurer. Let me guess. That pumpkin-headed lady sent you to check up on me, didn't she? Did she? Yeah. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you my tale. Try as I might, I just can't get the hang of transformation magics. Without the means to delight the crowds, we're starved for appreciation. I'm an Ahriman. Paralyzing prey with this big eye of mine? Not a problem. Turning them to stone with a petrifying glare? A trifling task. Else I can even smell despair and all manner of negative emotions in the people around me. Obviously, paralysis and petrification won't win over an audience. And my metaphorical nose for despair isn't going to put ether on the table either. Not to just tell that pumpkin-headed lady I'm not cut out for this business. If you're here at her behest, you'd better come too. Okay. Poor Ahriman man. I mean, but surely they can just use the Ahriman-ness for something, right? Hello. Actually, let me adjust my mic. My mic should be adjusted now. I gather you had a hand in Phil Cox's decision to lay bare his thoughts and feelings. Not that it did any good. I'm still stuck at square one, underappreciated and underfed. Such a curious child. Are you truly so blind to your own potential? No doubt you have an inkling as to what I speak of. Pray share your wisdom with Philcox. You can smell dark emotions. Use your gift to help those in need. Well, you'd be hard-pressed to find a void scent who'd suggest that. I don't see how helping others helps me. Then again, I know little of mortal ways, so perhaps I should heed your advice. Ah, wait! I see the logic in it now. What better way to make use of my talents and knock that pompous Papa Gruff right off his pedestal? No. I'm getting ahead of myself. I've no idea where to start. Perhaps I can lend a hand with a little sleight of hand. Hold still. But you gave him a new outfit. Not only is that getup guaranteed to turn heads, each and every thread is imbued with a potent magic to aid in your newfound purpose. Oh, I think I can feel it. Maybe this isn't going to be so tough after all. Oh, hey, Papa Gruff. There you are. I had thought to apologize for my harsh words earlier, since our act was my initiative and therefore our success, or lack thereof, was... therefore our success, or lack thereof, was ultimately my responsibility. But I sense that you've been scheming. It pleases me to inform you, Papa Gruff, that I've found a way to win over mortals on my own terms. I find that hard to believe. But since you seem so confident, why don't we have ourselves a contest? Whoever garners the most affection, and thereby the largest share of ether-rich victuals? Wins. And to the victor go the spoils of subservience. The loser will be bound to obey their every whim. How does that sound? You're on. Hope you're ready to bow and scrape. That mortal epithet about one's bark being worse than one's bite comes to mind. Prepare yourself, Philcox. I know I've got this marvelous magic outfit, but I'm still not entirely convinced I have what it takes to beat Papa Gruff on my own. Come with me, just until I get the hang of things. That's all I ask. Sure. Very well. I shall leave Philcox in your capable hands. You got it. Alright, what do you need help with? How about we try and find a troubled soul in need of aid? But let's get out of here first. Okay. Alright, Phil. What do you sense? Do you even have a nose? 'Cause you keep talking about smell. Right. Time to look for folk harboring negative feelings. Give me a moment. I'm honestly surprised it's not that dart minigame. I don't know if it has anything to do with that pumpkin-headed lady's enchantment, but my powers feel more potent than ever. I've already found someone, and whoever they are, they're awfully flustered. They're to the northeast, I think. I'm not sure where exactly. The roads here can be confusing. Truth be told, this is my first time in the city. Got a decent sense of direction, but I've yet to grasp the lie of the land. Could I trouble you to lead the way? Okay. Our flustered target is northeast of here. I'll be right behind you. Alright, he's accompanying me. Yep, I don't need the tutorial. I'm surprised they didn't give me an outfit to run alongside with them, even if it was temporary. But, you know, it's fine. That clown was amazing. Turning a pumpkin into a little pup. Whatever will they do next? Oof. Such glee. They mentioned a clown. I'd wager they've just had the, privilege of seeing one of Papa Gruff's performances. Listen, I'll be the first to admit that he's an expert illusionist. But you've only got to look at folk like these ladies to see that he knows how to work a crowd. Oh, and you've only got... okay. But I won't be upstaged. I'll prove that there's more than one way to win over an audience. Following your timely advice, that is. Given the delight written on their faces, our opponent must have earned himself some sustenance. Which means we've no time to lose. Onward. Okay. Let's see. Someone flustered. Is it gonna be someone we know or just a random NPC? Well, this sure looks like a random NPC. You know, I guess that's fine. Oh gods, where's she gotten to? Ah, this must be the fellow my senses were leading me to. Shall we find out what ails him? You there. What's gotten you so worked up? Oh, forgive me. There was this poor little girl who's been separated from her mother. I was helping her to look, but she suddenly disappeared. I can't simply abandon her. But then again, I have an urgent personal matter to attend to and... I don't know what to do. In that case, why don't I and my associate look for the girl? Then you can see to your affairs without worry. Thank you, thank you. She's a young lass dressed in blue. I hope you're able to find her forthwith. Oh, okay. He certainly was appreciative, yet here I am, empty-handed. Ah, forget the food. We have a lost child to find. Do you see them? Their big Ahriman eye? I'm detecting a despairing presence to the east of here. Odds are it's the girl, which means I have need of your navigational news. Once again, after you. Is that nose? Nose? I have no idea how to pronounce a lot of things. It's a lot of the times it's not even, like, voiced. I have no idea. Papa Gruff! I should have known you'd turn up sooner or later. What's that supposed to mean? I am here to do good deeds. I thought this would be a fine opportunity to accrue some appreciation, but the poor girl is beside herself. She keeps calling out for her mama. Might I enlist your help? This must be the lost lass we've been looking for. If we want to earn her thanks, we'll need to reunite her with her mother, wouldn't you say? Sounds about right. Which means we now have a lady to locate. Any suggestions? Use your senses to search for someone feeling anxious. Oh, hey, Silver. Ah, you're saying that the mother will be worried about her daughter having gone missing. Brilliant. This is exactly why I had you accompany me. Right then. I don't think you're gonna see anything that way. But... Found her. I don't know which is the bigger boon, having you by my side or this fancy finery. I think I've learned my way around the city, more or less. I'll handle this next part on my own. Wait here, I'll be back with the girl's mother in no time. Okay. He ran into the marketplace? Although he looked over the, river. And a wall. Wow. They have the same hair color, so they must be related. Jove be praised, you're safe. You have my eternal gratitude. Thanks for finding Mama, mister. Do you believe me now, Papa Gruff? A sweet, sweet appreciation and all courtesy of my special talent. I can't help but notice they didn't offer you anything edible by way of thanks. For my part, I've already been rewarded with a tasty morsel. She's still... She's an Ellison. That said, the gift of food is far from guaranteed. Indeed, perseverance is key. Which is why I find myself performing show after show. I suggest you approach this contest with the same tenacity, Phil Cox. I'm afraid he's right. Constant effort is key. Luckily, I sensed another troubled soul while I was tracking down the girl's mother. Better see what I can do to help. You know, I think I'm ready to go it alone now. Why don't you let our pumpkin-headed benefactor know? I'll come and find you when I'm done. Sure. Okay, bye. Well, I'm afraid my next performance calls. Until we meet again, adventurer. Okay, bye, Papa Gruff. Alright, my kiddos, and it's already a turn-in, which means I get my glamour. So this quest is very short. Alright. The adventurer returns, and at the precise moment I predicted. I do hope keeping Philcock's company wasn't too taxing. Would of our fiend in his endeavors. He did it. You have my thanks, truly. Ah, speak of the devils, here they come. dear, oh dear. That turned out to be a damn sight harder than I'd anticipated. All I have to show for my travails is a single cookie. To think the first gift I'd received would prove to be the last. Curses, I didn't receive so much as a crumb. I suppose this means you win. Very well. I'm yours to command, Papa Gruff. You admit defeat far too readily, Philcox. Huh? Is it the child? The child! The lost girl and her mother. Hooray, we found you! I wanted to thank you properly for helping me and Mama. I brought you a pumpkin cookie. Wow. You did it. Simply scrumptious. Wow, it must be a good cookie. I'm glad you like it. Farewell. That makes it one apiece. A draw, then. Still, Philcox, while you had some assistance along the way, you've nevertheless done yourself proud. To think I'd live to see the day Papa Gruff sings my praises. Awfully kind of you to finally admit that I might have worth. Is that all you desire? My begrudging acceptance? Have you forgotten your reasons for joining in the festivities in the first place? Of course I haven't. The good people of Gridania are still in need of my help. And where there are common folk in need, there are cookies to be freed. Given to me. Adventurer, I'd better get going. But before I do, let me say this. I might have found a way to make the most of my talents, but I wouldn't have been able to do so without you and the pumpkin-headed lady. I'm sure we'll run into each other again one of these days. Till then. Yeah, see you in a year. Bye. The promise I sensed in Philcox then when he and I first met wasn't illusory after all. I should take my leave, too. It would be remiss of me to allow him to garner all the glory, to say nothing of the cookies. Man, these voids sent. I'd say those two fiends ended up having themselves a frightfully fun-filled All Saints' Wake. Wouldn't you agree? And for your part in this, a fitting reward. I present to you a set of finery as worn by Gridania's most emotionally perceptive Ahriman. Wow. I got my Hot Topic lamb. Ah, perhaps you wonder if your outfit is endowed with the same enchantment. You needn't worry. There never was an enchantment. Yeah, it's all a placebo. The little charade was my way of giving Philcox the confidence he so sorely lacked. Although, I dare say such a measure was unnecessary, given he had you to cheer him on. Before I forget, you're hereby cordially invited to my humble abode for a get-together of sorts. Do drop by. I assure you it'll be frightfully entertaining. Anyway, your help is much appreciated. At this rate, my vision of an All Saints' Wake for mortals and void sent alike might not be such a distant prospect. Though I do hope that these shenanigans haven't dulled your enthusiasm for this most occult of occasion. Alright. There it is. Hot Topic Glam. And Sneaky Hollow. Well, they were right. It did take half an hour. Right, vendor. Pumpkins. Sure, I'll get some more. I don't know if I want this pumpkin though, because it is humongous. Do they have it here? Yeah, it's that one. That one flying up there, that's how big it is. I do not need that in my house. I'm sorry. I barely decorate my house as it is. Or should I get one just to have it? I only have so much housing space though. We'll get one. It's fine. Alright, Papa Gruff. As you can see, I'm having no trouble earning myself a cookie or two. Now, if you don't mind, I'm in the middle of a show. Do me a favor and go bother Phil Cox instead. Wow. Nice to see you too. Hello. Yes. Bring me to Sneaky Hollow. Oi. Yeah. I love Sneaky Hollow. It's all so nice and cute. Look at it. I don't know. Like, this tree is not a housing decoration. I don't know if this wheelbarrow is either. There's still a lot of things we need added for housing. Look at how whimsical everything is. Why are there 3 chairs? Oh, there's another paladin here. Wait, I came from there. What's over here? A place of rest. Oh. I mean, they're not wrong. Of the ones with little mushroom hats, yeah. An imp. Would you rather be inside a pot or a grave? Neither. But... oh. I would love to have this table. This table with the tree and everything for outdoors. I'd put this outside. I don't know how much space I would have for it. Probably only use this on like a large. It's cute. Alright. No, I don't. Okay. You have... and a conflict 1,000 years ago. Oh, and a conflict of 1,000 years. So, I think... do I need you then? Aha. That's what I thought. Yeah. That's the big part of the Hollow, is you can talk to these imps and become different NPCs. So this is the... Guess this is just like the Scions one. No, I guess this is Endwalker. They're like NPCs. Okay, so this is Shadowbringers. That's probably Stormblood. Pretty cool. Yeah. People come here to do random stuff with the NPCs. Actually, before you would go into Hawk Manor instead. So this whole zone was something they added a few years ago. Yeah, I don't... Mathematically minded clone. Oh, I know what this is, actually. Aha! Oh. It's interesting that they don't actually put the NPCs' names, though. This is Brandehild. You're a man who crossed times. Oh. I see. Meteor. Interesting. The weird thing about this, though, is you can actually make your Warrior of Light look like this. This is just the Paladin armor. I know who that is. I think this is the Orthos? The one after Heaven on High. Deep Dungeon person. Let me see. Yeah, this is definitely her. I forget exactly what that little necklace thing she has is, but I remember it was like some content that she definitely shouldn't have been able to do. But that's really all there is for All Saints Wake. We get our hot topic stuff. I mean, I do think it's a nice looking set. I just kind of wish it didn't have the little bat wings. Horns are okay, I guess. These shoes are humongous. But I can definitely use these for glams. But I need to do some Mentor Roulette. We're gonna go on Summoner. Silver. Silver, no. How dare you? Alright. This is your one and only warning. For Mentor Roulette, it can be any content in the game. So if you don't want the potential of being spoiled, turn away. Silver, yes. Alright. But I will need to put up this. I have to change my chat over. Yeah. Guess I could. Wait. This. I want this. Wait. This is cute. This little Moogle things on top, too. These are very, low poly candy, but, you know, it does its job. Hey, what's this? It's like a little pumpkin house. You'll head off? Alright. Have fun, Silver. Oh, there's a pumpkin patch up here. What? Hello? Oh, that's so cute. Look at my pumpkins. Yes, they are very nice pumpkins. I want to sit over here. This definitely looks like it's supposed to be a spot for couples. But, I don't want to consider Carbuncle as my +1, so... It's just 2 cups. 1 for me, and 1 for also me. Sorry, Carbuncle. In fact, let me, place you all the way over there. Wonder why you can't place your pet while you're sitting. Seems kind of strange, but what do I know? My hot chocolate! It's more like warm chocolate now, but it is still tasty. Let's see. I also have no idea if Star Rail's maintenance will end at 10 or 11 my time. Like, I will check at 10. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was until 11. Well, sometimes they do it early. I think one of the problems is that there's EST versus EDT, which does change what times are by an hour. But I mean, hopefully it's 10. You know, since I am queuing as DPS, maybe it'd be better for me to go over to Dynamis, as the English-speaking people call it. I say, because I play in Japanese and they pronounce it Dunamis. But I don't know. I did already finish my Vtober picture for today. That's already posted up on my Blue Sky account, which you should follow me on if you haven't. Because I don't post to Twitter anymore. I haven't posted there in a long time, actually. Besides to say that I'm moving to Blue Sky. And I've already... Actually, I've almost doubled the followers I have. So, you know. And I haven't been on Blue Sky that long. It's also just like genuinely a nicer place to be. Because they take moderation very seriously. Oh boy. Here we go. Oh, I needed to... I'll fix that after this. I forgot my party list. But it doesn't really matter. I think this is just Burn Faust. Oh, how times have changed. Because I'm sure before you actually wanted to do something about these Sturm dolls. Not anymore. Oh hey, this is the PvP map. Wow. Oh, they have the astrolabe that I have. Well, not currently. Because currently I have the Dark Horse one. But that's the one that I have glamored. When I have my stuff glamored. Should summon the other one, yeah. out pretty healthy. Oh, okay. We did it. I don't want this. Get me out of here. Alright, how do I... Party list? Haha. Yeah, that's probably fine. Guess we'll find out. I wasn't on my wondrous. I have to stand up to open a book. Oh, I do need to do the 11. It shouldn't be that bad to do either. But let me go back to my house. There's a lot of people here now. And by a lot, I mean a handful. We get to be in the lit up garden. I like this part of my yard. Like, I like how cozy the small is. I just wish I could place down some more items. Because I know we're getting, like, removing the pillars that are along the walls. But then they were saying that we might be able to have a small exterior and the large interior. Which I'll have to see if I want that or not. Because, like, the large is interesting. I don't mind the medium, though. I just imagine it like when you play Animal Crossing, you walk into your fully fleshed out mansion house with all of its rooms. It'd basically be like that. Like, I know technically part of your house does change on the outside, but it's like so minimal. So I don't know if it really counts. Animal Crossing is actually one that maybe I should play, even just like casually. 'Cause I did want to rebuild my island. It's just a lot of work. I wish it was easier, nicer. to actually renovate your island. But you can't. I'm trying to remember, because I know I was trying for specific villagers to have like a mythical themed island. I don't actually remember who I had. So... Hmm. I also need to fix the cord on my mic because the cable is really long, so it kind of gets in the way sometimes. Yes, I do have the like Velcro. Actually, yeah, let me try to quickly fix the mic with the Velcro. Alright, in theory, that should be a little better. I know it probably doesn't make a difference to anyone else, but it does make a difference to me. It's like, basically the cable was banging against my desk or against the mic, which is no good. I also just need to like fix my mic at some point. Like it still works, it's still a good mic, but it could be better. Maybe, I don't know. It has its own software for it, but I don't know how much the software actually helps. Like that's the point I'm at. I'm also gonna stay clicked out of the game. I just don't want to hear the running water, I'm sorry. Because I'm drinking lots of liquids. Alright. Oh, actually, so something I've been working on recently. So I posted about it on Blue Sky, but I want to get back into tarot readings. Because that was something I did like years and years ago. So I'm very out of practice. So I've been trying to consolidate the different like tarot card spreads and everything that I've gathered. Um, I've had my own like card meanings, which was like aggregated between a bunch of different sources. So eventually I do want to make like my own tarot deck. But I use different terms for some of the cards. Like instead of the Fool, the Adventurer, instead of, I think it was Temperance? I use like alchemy. I don't know, I just want it to be more like fantasy themed than what the original deck is. Oh, and like death is Phoenix. Is this closer to death's actual meaning? Because it's the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. So from the ashes rises the phoenix. Because I think a lot of people see the death card. They're like, oh no, that's so bad. You know. There are cards you don't want. Most of them are like swords. But then there's like the tower. Well, I guess the tower isn't always bad. It's just that it signifies like, very sudden change. And for a lot of people, that's not exactly great. Which is why a lot of people don't like it. Trying to remember if any others really have like negative connotations to them. But I think most of them are fine. I can actually check my document. Let's see. I suppose chains, which is the devil. I mean, I get it is kind of a negative card. No way. Well, no, I guess it is just like a negative card. Because it is being changed to the material. So, that's one you don't really want. Tower generally you don't want. Let's see what I got for Mentor Roulette. Oh boy. It's a triple summoner. Alright. Okay, that's one Searing Light. There's the other Searing Light. This is why I don't Searing Light first if there's other summoners. Oh. People didn't get out. That's a lot of bone stacks. Yeah, I'm just gonna Searing Light under Phoenix. Oh, not me. This isn't good. Alright. We have other people handling the resurrections. This is not ideal. Alright. Oh, no, I got to 100. Here we go. We're just gonna die. Oh, it was possible to survive it. I wonder if we would have survived with a tank LB. Okay, well, fewer people got hit this time. So, that's always good. Technically, only 2 people need to know what they're doing for the darkened fire. Unfortunately, I wasn't one of the marked people. We did it. We got all of the darkened fires. So proud of you guys. Alright. We did it. We got past phase 1. There you go, Tink. It didn't do anything, but you know, you'll get a regen eventually, I guess. Alright. You know what they say, second time's the charm. Let me do this up, and they're gone. Well. That is fine. I should actually, because I need 11 for my Wondrous Tales. I can actually go on not Summoner. Because, like, double Summoner is fine. Because someone's on the 2-minute and someone's on the 1-minute. That's whatever. 3 Summoners is when it gets a little iffy. A Searing Light. And that's one of, like, the big reasons I don't like using Summoner. But, like, the other reasons are also just really nice to have. Because it's like, I have a res if I need it. Samurai doesn't have a res. If something happens, I can't do anything on Samurai. I would also never roulette on Samurai, because what if you get something that's level 50? So, that would not be fun. So, I actually really like this glam. This one has such random pieces, by the way. Because this is the current tome hat. It's mountain linen, so one of the leveling tops. This is from Aglaia. The pants, I think, yeah, it's whatever pants. You can't really see them. And then augmented radiance shoes. What is this? And then this is a crippler cursor. No, deep shadow. Sorry, I always get them confused because they came out around the same time. And by around the same time, I mean Shadowbringers. Actually, this decorated? It is! There is this one. I do like that even these small areas get something for the different seasons. I guess it's just the one pumpkin. For the other times, they get, like, little snacks and stuff. It's very cute. I actually really like the spot my house is in. Hmm. Okay, I have to think about this, because I do like my small. Would I want to expand the inside to a medium or large? Because medium means I get an upstairs, and a large means I get a lot of space. Then I get the central stairs instead of a side staircase. Which is okay. I guess I could make my cafe a cafe in like an outdoor seating area. Yeah. Indoor outdoor seating area. How do I even explain it? So basically I would just take what I have, this, and just make it larger. It's like, oh, this got messed up somehow. It's fine. Because I want this to be a seating area, right? Where you can be next to the raining windows. Very aesthetic. I just don't have a lot of space. So you know what? Yeah, I would upgrade to a large. Which means I have to wait. Because I need these gone. Which will apparently just take away all of my furnishings. And then when we do get renovating to a large, it'll also take away my furnishings. So I have to wait a while. But when I do, watch out. Probably have to hire someone to actually, like, complete my house, though. Because, like, I can do the... Oh, I don't even know what it's called. Or, like, stuff that hangs on the walls. Or stuff you can put on tables. Like those floating glitches, I can do. Floating actual furniture, I can't do. I just don't have the reflexes for it. I also play on controller, so I would have to do it on keyboard mouse. Which is fine. I just can't. So... But it's fine. Someday. Someday I shall be able... Oh wait, I got a message. Okay. Plans are being made. People are silly. But if this works out, I'll be able to play games with friends. Anyways, I basically just have to shift around some stuff. Do you think the queue would be faster if I queued as a healer? But I don't want to be a healer. I can, I just don't. Plans, plans, plans. Always the first thing to go awry. But all I can do is have people check their schedules and see if things work out. Wow. It seems there's a lot of plans people thought were happening that aren't happening, so now other plans can happen. Oh. Oh, oh I didn't want to send my message. How does Final Fantasy always know? Every single time. Oh. I actually do like Samurai at level 90. This is where I played it a lot. I'm sure they'll be fine. They'll get better. See, they're already healthy. Sort of. Oh, yes, they are healthy. Just Midari from 50 miles away. Okay. Let's get in again. Whee! I should have True North, but it's fine. I don't care enough. I really should try to get better at actually hitting my positionals, but on the other hand, I just don't care. Oh, interesting maneuver. I think that's the first time I've seen the off tank go behind the boss for that. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just weird to see. Oh, you know, I still really want the music from here. They gave me TPN? Hmm? No music. Alright. Dance partner. Don't leave. Okay. I did sit. That's all I wanted from it. Oh, I should probably do some of these. Because I can unsync them. Get this out of my inventory. Right, let me... Should I mentor roulette on samurai? What could possibly go wrong? A lot of things, actually. So you know what? We'll do it. If something happens, there's nothing I can do. Let's see. Oh, I can actually respond. Alright. My schedule was so busy. It's like... So today I have stream. Tomorrow I have free clears but with a different group. So I won't be streaming, but I will be doing content. Mainly because I don't entirely know the vibe of the group just yet. So I'm gonna wait until it's all ones that I know I can bring on stream, essentially. And then Thursday is actually doing the 2.6 story. Or at least part of it. I assume it's gonna be possibly more than 3 hours. We'll see. And then Friday is the stuff for Fru to prep. Saturday is plans. Sunday is now also plans. I guess I'm free Monday. Which means I'm probably gonna stream more Star Rail. Actually, no, I should probably have a day of rest. No, I guess my weekend is rest. So yeah, I can Star Rail on Monday. Monday and Tuesday? I think. Oh, you know what I also need to do? I need to actually do the Picto quests. Because I grabbed it and then, never touched it. Which is basically what I did for Sage as well. I took Sage into, like, one dungeon. Yeah. Wait, what released was Sage? The Reaper? I guess. Was... Was it Samurai and Red Mage? Gunbreaker Dancer? Mage Reaper? Hyper Picto? That sounds right. Maybe. But I suppose I don't know. Yes, and it's been a while. I started playing back during Heaven's Ward. So... things have actually changed a lot since Heaven's Ward. Because back then, Bard and Machinist both had a skill where you had to turn into a caster, essentially. It gave you cast times for more damage. And it was awful. And I know this acutely because I started as Archer. So I got into Heaven's Ward, and suddenly I was a caster. I was like, nope. So that's when I changed to Dragoon. Until Samurai came out. And then Samurai's been my main ever since. I don't know. Like, people will make fun of Samurai because they're like, oh, it's easy class. And then Summoner came out. It's like, oh, even easier class. But I don't think that simple is bad. And because in the same vein, I don't think like complex is always better. Because I don't mind if my rotation is simpler, like for Summoner, because I was rating on it. Because the main part of Summoner is just choosing which order your Legos are in for the fight. That's it. And that's fine. It lets me focus on the fight so I can do callouts. I guess it's sort of similar when I was on Samurai. I know I don't have the videos on this channel, but before I rebranded to Gelato, I had a channel for Pandemonium Frog. And I was Paladin for the first 4 floors and then Samurai after. So I had a lot of extra responsibilities both because my class was easier and also because it's just better to give jobs to the people who can do them. Which I guess does sound kind of bad, but it's like if someone is naturally better at a certain job, like doing callouts. I don't mean like an in-game job. It's better to play to someone's strengths. Because for my Pandemonium group, our warrior did a lot of the callouts because Warriors definitely not the most complex job. So they had a lot of free time to do callouts with. That's actually probably why I see a lot of Fizz range doing callouts. I can't, like, do in-game callouts because I can't type that fast because I play on controller. So I'm not used to typing. Oh boy. What have we gotten? Well, it's this trial or normal raid. Okay. Well, at least I don't have to worry about my positionals. Are those danger squares? I suppose I don't actually know. But I feel like I just dashed through them. Oh. Away they go, I guess. Oh. Someone accidentally did a macro. I'm so confused. Oh, do I have the cone? Oh. Let me at the chimney. Let me in. Hello, ghost. And away I go. Here it is. Oh. 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 Will the ghost get hit? No. Alright, well. Farewell. I didn't get the other guy. That's fine. No, who's opening things? Free me. I don't want items. Alright. Don't give me anything. No, okay. Gordon, huh? Nidhogg. Ew. Actually, I guess Nidhogg's not that bad. I wish you could, like, click on it here and it would bring it up in the duty finder, but fine. Trial, Heavensward, Nidhogg. Is it fine that I'm on? Oh, I guess it's fine. I'm on Samurai. I probably should have gone on Summoner. Hello. Yeah. Sneaky. My Ogi gonna... no. It did. It just barely wore off. Hello. Where are you, you stinky lizard? I'm fine. Right. Do I want... No, I don't care. I prefer my inventory space. I mean, that wasn't too bad. Emanation. I mean, I guess I could do Thornton. It's just that it takes a little longer. Oh, forgot to go on Summoner. Whoops. Hello. Yeah, that's right. Go over there. It's so sad you can't just skip his first phase. Or like skip all of this. Oh, I got this, guys. I am paralyzed, but it's fine. Oh. Oh. This is not correct, I don't think, but it's too late to change it. Oh. It was just barely correct. Hello. This is for you. This is for your friend. Now what? Oh, okay. Alright. Ow. Oh. Pew! Oh, there's one back here too. Pew! Alright, you ready to fight me, Thornton? Knights of the round. Yeah, yeah. What? Oh, he has to Dragon's Eye first. Harumph. You know, that actually might have been easier than doing it on Summoner. Then we'll do Emanation. Why not? While we're here. Emanation. Here, have a dot. I don't remember which one that is. Ah, doesn't matter. I should probably make good use of my Little shield. Haha. I am not weak like my summoner. Well, actually, no. Level 100 summoner was fine. When I tried to do that as level 90 summoner, it was a bit rough because it was possible for me to take a lot of damage. 1, 2, 3. It is possible. A second chance. Yes. That's fine. This crystalline conflict. Alright. Level 100 dungeon. Alright. I need to check if guardrail's up or not. Let me just ask. Because I have no idea. Alright, they're gonna check for me. Because that'll decide if I go into more Mentor Roulette. I really should do my other roulettes, but chance rate as healer in need. I could go in as Astro. Then you'll have to see my terrible Astro gameplay. I mean, actually that's not true. Astro is fine. I've just never had to use it in any sort of difficult content. So if things go awry, I don't know all of my buttons. Just the main ones. Still checking. Right. Mentor Roulette. Go. 13 minutes. I guess it makes sense. I am on a DPS. It just kind of feels bad. Because you'd think Mentor Roulette would be really fast. Because you're filling in any content. But I guess it's only if they can't find anyone else. Alright. I feel like I was talking about something before and I've already, like, forgotten everything. Oh, wait, no, I already talked about tarot readings. Oh, but I was talking about, like, cards you don't want to get. Actually, I have my deck right here. Because there is one card that I know what it looks like, and I believe it's the Three of Swords. Let me see if I can quickly find it. Because that is one you don't want. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. Three of Swords. So, for the tarot deck that I use, it's called Shadowscapes. The swords have an associated animal, which are swans. Or just birds in general, but maybe mainly swans. So the picture for Three of Swords is a swan stabbed with three swords. To give you an idea of what kind of card it is. So I believe Two of Swords is being at an impasse. Just like swords in general are just kind of like not great. But, you know, it's fine. I did do a reading for someone because I asked in my post if anyone was interested. So it was, let's see, it was about D&D. And the cards just generally gave, like, advice you hear a lot. Which is interesting. I only got, like, the first few major arcanas and then swords. To give you an idea. And I checked. I actually did check my deck to make sure it was all shuffled. And it was. It's just that's how it happened to be. So it's a interesting time. I do plan to keep practicing though. Because it was something that I used to help people, actually. Back in my days on the forums. because there was some insights I got, which you can chalk up to like cold reading as well, because that is certainly part of it. But some of the things were rather specific that I brought up, because that's just what the cards told me. So it helps people, because the way I view tarot cards is they aren't like a set in stone future, and you shouldn't read them that way. Basically, they're there to help you gain another perspective on whatever question you have. So, if you're unsure about something, you can always see what the cards say, because based on what gets drawn can lead you to look at different aspects of whatever your problem is. Oh, that's just something to keep in mind. But my big thing is the future can always change. So if you get a reading that is really negative, and you're like, oh no, my life is over. No, it's not. If anything, it's telling you, hey, this is bad. If you change it, you can still have like a good future, you know? But that's up to you. Oh. Hello, Odin. I see a lot of mentors here. I think this is something most people can't queue for. Oh, I don't have my dash in. I don't have anything. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. Sangata. Whoa. That do be a buster. Aw, man. Yeah. Oh. A lot of people have been slowed. And now we're also bleeding. Did they change this? I thought they were supposed to be... Oh, no. Oh, there they are. Both of the tanks are dead. Oh, no. He's on the loose. Someone stop him. Don't let me cast. I remember when we used to have Celine. And Celine had an AoE cleanse. Which was really nice here. Aww. Oh, we got this easy. Alright. I'll give it to you, Viper. You did things. Oh no, the person who was supposed to check for me hasn't updated. Oh no! Alright, I suppose I can check. Give me a moment. I have this screen. Alright, now all you can hear is me. Oh, let us check. Am I on? Oh no. When did I log on to that? Uh, it's probably fine. I may or may not be on my VPN, but I think I got on it a bit later, so it's probably fine. We'll know if I suddenly disconnect. The only way you'll know. Because it gets very angry. But, I mean, I'm downloading resources. I'm verifying resources. So if I am able to actually log into the game, we can swap over. And I'll just have to log out of Final Fantasy. Hmm. Let's see. Right? Moment of truth. Oh, looks like I got in. Let me quickly log out of Final Fantasy. Alright. And then do this. Here we go. Alright. We are here. Yeah. We'll look at that later. For now, we have this to claim. We have our new simulated universe. Before that, let us trial Rappa. Oh, and let me get rid of the chat hider. And pew. Oh. I thought it would attack, but I guess it didn't. That's fine. Why do I only have 3 characters? Okay. So she's super break? Okay. Interesting. Oh, there's another face. Gallagher. It'd be really nice if you could have your turn soon. Thanks. Ow. Interesting. And right back into ult she goes. Get this moon rage out of here. Alright. I mean, she seems fine. Alright, who have they put with IL? Tasha. Okay. You know, that's fine. Phew. Yeah, I know how he works. Unlike a lot of characters, I actually have this one. Is this 2, 1? Look at Tingyun. Look at how cute she is. How? Pew. Alright, is this enough? Thank you. Alright. About what I remember. So, Unknowable universe. Speak with Scroll. Scroll it up. Why are there 3 Herdas? Okay. School. Underlying logic assessment complete. No data anomalies found. Attempting the 1291st message input. Conclusion. No contact established with Herta. So many Hertas. I apologize for meeting you here at this time, Mr. Gelato. As you can see, the project has encountered an unknown error. The test will also be temporarily delayed. Logic. A massive void has appeared in the simulated universe. It cannot be observed or interfered with, yet it continues to operate within normal parameters. According to data from the Candelagraphos, this void originally belonged to a time in history named the Scholar's Strife, after the Second Emperor's War. But when observed from the outside, all that can be seen within is only a chaotic, unknowable domain. Okay. So this would be somewhat more recent, though. Because there are people who know about the Emperor's War. What about Herta? This is exactly one of the dilemmas we are currently facing. Madame Herta is displaying unusual excitement towards the reconstruction of the unknowable domain, and has volunteered to connect herself to the simulated universe. Shortly after that, we lost contact. All her puppets are currently in a state of complete shutdown. Conclusion. 33 standard hours have passed since her entry into the unknowable domain. Logic. It is possible to directly locate Madame Herta and forcefully eject her externally. Unfortunately, the location in question is difficult to reach, and time is running short. Let me go in and look for her. Honestly, this is the most optimal and immediate solution. Logic. Given the limited information we have, if I were to connect and subsequently experience the same communication breakdown as Madame Herta, it could result in an irreversible deterioration of the situation. On the contrary, if I were to maintain communication with you on the outside and monitor the system's operation, it would ensure your safety at the very least. Okay. I am not saying bet. I'll have to bite the bullet. The situation is urgent, Mr. Gelato. Please depart immediately. Okay. Unknowable. Wow. Coordinates are in motion, commencing deeper exploration. Alright. Oh, versus Kafka. Okay, and we need people who use ultimates. Got it. So, Argenti. And Jade? Right? That's someone. Surely this will be fine. It's the tutorial. As the unknowable domain poses a certain threat. Logic. I must provide an extrapolation target for this domain. In other words, information regarding the Scholar's Strife to increase the success rate of the rescue mission. The Scepter System, inorganic neuron clusters and celestial-level computational interference devices created by Emperor Rupert II, are widely distributed across various quadrants in the Imperial domain to complete the observations, extrapolations, and interference orders passed on by him. After the Second Emperor's War, numerous intact scepter units were handed over to the Intelligentsia Guild by the IPC for research. However, the active interstellar energy war, as well as the animosity and disagreements between the various schools, turned what was originally an academic exchange into a scholar's strife with the scepter system at the center. What is your objective this time? Rectified statement. It is Madame Herda's objective. Madame Herda has always hoped to amplify the total knowledge throughout the universe. As for her personal research, it originates from a conundrum left over from the era of the scholar's strife. Solitary waves theory? What does that mean? It could be said that this extrapolation is a return to the beginning, back to the origin. However, she has unexpectedly become trapped at this origin. I hope that this knowledge will assist in your search. Hint. You have obtained a scepter. Thanks, Scrollum. Powerful effects will be unleashed when the scepter is activated. Okay. When certain conditions are met, the scepter will be activated. Hint. Learn about the scepter's mechanics through combat. Okay. You can freely use the team lineup function. And choose characters that are compatible with the scepter's extrapolation alignment. Yeah, sure. Bah. All your current scepters will be shown here. Use ultimates to charge it. There's still some leftover energy. Current scepter. Use an ultimate again to activate it. Okay. I will use this ultimate just for you. Okay. And I feel like this is overkill, but that's fine. Bah. Those who use skills will be punished. Most of my characters use basic attacks on this team. Instructions. The circular-shaped interfaces are passive components. Okay, you can select the components you require. Charging... efficiency. Sure. Open shortcut wheel. Gonna tell me, yep. Insert. Got it. Oh. Okay, I'll do this too. Oh boy, a fight. Rock, paper, scissors. Astral computer before you with a curved screen on top and a genderless human body at the bottom. What? Is running a calculation at a high speed. Well, it seems to be simulating the collapse of a massive star, only you know that you are playing a game of rock, paper, scissors with it. There's an 82.49% chance of you playing rock in the first game, a 94.61% chance percent of you playing scissors in the second. If you choose to flip the table with me and battle with the monsters I created, there is a 99.37% of you losing. I assumed they meant to put chance there, but forgot. But if you leave some cosmic fragments behind, your chance of survival is 100%. It is waiting for your response. Acutely sense the vulnerabilities of the astral computer. Okay, well... all I know is I must fight. Alright, let's see this thing in action. gone. Okay. Kardashev type 3. Right, you've obtained a component you already possess. Yep. You have 3 ones that will trigger synthesis. Wow. Did it. Achieving component synthesis will increase its rarity and get you rewards. Hexagonal shaped interfaces are supplementary components. They will trigger powerful effects when the scepter is activated. Okay. Hexagonal, supplementary, circular, or passive. Match it with suitable scepters. Got it. 3 instants of damage still afflicted with 4 more debuffs. Okay, we'll go with this one then, I guess. Okay. Ooh, rewards. I like rewards. Oh, that's a new picture. Hey, where am I? Why are there so many people arguing inside my head? As you put forth your inquiries, a wave of deep rage surfaces in your cognition, desiring destruction and the ruination of everything. You are now but a thread of consciousness belonging to a perfect scholar. The members of the Intelligentsia Guild clamor ceaselessly next to your ears, arguing about the future, chaos, evolution, and languages. You listen to them murmur on and find their words meaningless. This will be a model created by collecting data from the greatest scholars of the guild, combining the details together into one. The Intelligentsia Guild estimates that, in the best case scenario, the first perfect scholar of the Intelligentsia Guild will be born. As the lead scholar initiates the experiment, a new electric current surfaces within the consciousness. Touch it. The self. Some civilizations granted it the descriptor of soul. Selves from different individuals exhibit massive differences. This difference determines the movement patterns and thought processes of the individual. Therefore, one question must be considered. Who am I? Okay. Next, 1 additional time. No. Is this a bounce scepter? I don't... It's a charge. Oh, it is a bounce scepter. Okay. This is by 4. Yeah, we'll go with this. The pursuit of the meaning of the self. I believe that it is repeating the process of becoming human. The scholar displays the digital incubator to the crowd. And after obtaining components, insert them into the scepter in a timely manner. Okay, you can also try Smart One. Wow. Automatically update the scepter's components after components are obtained. Great. I like not having to do extra work. Alright. Boss time? Kafka? I guess I will attack with Aventurine. Ah. Alright. Oh, you know, I should have used Aventurines. So that's fine. No, it's fine that I didn't use his, actually. Oh, I forgot I have Dance 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 on her. Oh. Alright. Venturing, do damage. Thank you. But that. Oh, that was your mistake. Alright. Oh hey, I can ult again. Look at how much damage he does. Oh. Go Argenti. At the brink of the simulated universe, you finally catch sight of Herta's familiar purple silhouette. The genius puppet, one of them, is currently standing on the boundary between two time periods, trying to peel off the unintelligible information of the unknowable domain. You loudly call out to her, but it is not until you are right in front of her that she realizes that the simulated universe has gained another living being. What are you doing here? This place is not for testing. Go and entertain yourself in some other domains. Madam Herta, you have been out of contact with the outside world for 34 universal hours. I specifically requested that Gelato come to find you. 34 universal hours? It seems that not only does the unknowable domain interfere with external observation, but it also affects your sense of time. Though it looks like unobservable nonsense code from outside, everything is completely normal inside. This cannot be a programming error, it is some kind of impurity. Herta ignores you and Scrollum and casts her gaze back towards the data flow before her. Quickly, you realize that it is not that she is trapped in the unknowable domain, she simply forgot to come back. Alright, this is classic Herta. You know about the Circle of Knowledge? Herta asks from nowhere. Unlike before, she doesn't seem as frank and forthright. She's immersed in the confusion of some conundrum before her. I can make one up. Comparing one's own knowledge to a circle, the greater your knowledge, the larger your circle, and the more unknowns lay outside your circle. Appraisal, a very astute metaphor. What? Since I began my search for knowledge, whenever the knowledge inside my brain reached a certain level and was about to break through the known circle into the world of the unknown, it would encounter some kind of obstacle. Mechanical failure, data corruption, even threats to personal safety. All sorts of unlikely events would occur that would push all of my research progress back to zero. It's like there was a pair of invisible hands constantly preventing me from leaving the circle of the known, creating a continuous unknowable domain. Logic. You seem to be applying a subjective quality to these objective obstacles. Allow me to remind you, subjectivity is the enemy of research. To some, it may be subjective conjecture. To a genius, it is a flash of inspiration. My intuition is telling me that this bottleneck of knowledge that we encounter in the simulated universe is stopping us from gaining certain knowledge and unearthing a certain period of history. Deduction. Perhaps Mythos of Enigmata cast their gaze over the simulated universe. I have 3,215 further deductions. Which would you like to hear? Oh, screw them. That sounds more like subjective conjecture to me. Let's talk about this outside. Herta falls into a moment of uncharacteristic silence. She stands perfectly still and stares into the depths of the unknowable domain. It's as if something is waiting there for her, like a puzzle that calls for a genius to solve it. Forget it, I can always come back. Okay. Wait, that's it. Oh, we got brain tokens. Oh, and jades. Gonna need those for Sunday. Question. Were there any useful clues discovered regarding the cause of the unknowable domain? There were some clues, but not many. I saw much of the dark history of the Intelligentsia Guild. It's only been about 100 Amber eras since the Scholar Strife. Oh, this was a while ago then, because Amber eras are a long time. Logically, as a direct participant, the Candelgrophos should have thoroughly documented the entire event. When I compared the data with the history in the unknowable domain, I discovered that there are numerous omissions and fabrications throughout. Logic. The Intelligentsia Guild has always been extremely apprehensive regarding the Enigmata, especially concerning such important historical materials. They would not have permitted the history fictionologists to tamper with it. Unless they did it with the intention to use the Enigmata as a cover, conceal crucial information that should not exist. What are they hiding? The school shed blood over the allocation of the scepter's computational power, or there could have been clandestine exchanges happening, but all are inconsequential. There's only one thing truly worth concealing: knowledge itself. According to the official report, thousands of scepters were flooded by foolish questions from scholars, exhausting their computational power. Now they have become mere photo op spots for everyone, floating in space like debris. You think I'd believe that? That is a creation of a genius. Screw him. How much more can we improve the simulated accuracy of the scepter? Conclusion. According to the previous estimates, if we concentrate all the computational power of the simulated universe, we can increase the accuracy to 71% or more. That's enough. I'm sure everyone here knows that I'm never one to accept the status quo. I've always sought to push beyond the existing boundaries of knowledge, find new breakthroughs, and advance the total knowledge of the universe multiple-fold. The current extrapolation of the Scholar's Strife is precisely for that purpose. Therefore, I've decided to add in the fifth collaborator for the simulated universe. I do not care about Dr. Primitive. I don't want to meet Yu Jingtu, because she drugs me with drinks. You found Polka? Let's revive Rupert II. Huh? Of course, I'm not literally reviving anyone. Gather all the data from the Scholar Strife, replicate the entire scepter system in the simulated universe, and recreate the Emperor's external cognitive unit. Then we'll be able to obtain the brain of the fifth genius. And I shall ask him, or her? No, should be it. A question. Just like how someone asked the question that I ultimately solved at the end of the Scholar Strife. Although Stephen and Madame Ronmay are both agreeable, I personally have reservations. Introducing multiple objectives into a single study will significantly dilute the research focus and reduce efficiency. Reserving judgment is as good as having no opinion. The Scholar Strife, my beginnings, and the fifth genius, these are all chains tightly linked to one another. Screwlim, you'd better not tell me you're not curious about this extrapolation. As you indicated, to be objective, my analysis does include a 15% weightage of curiosity. Okay. Hey, Gelato, your performance in Golden Gears was decent. You're experienced in dealing with Rupert's creations too, and looks like I'm lacking an assistant. Isn't this just the perfect coincidence? Herta stares at you intently. likely not intending to offer you a choice. But after careful thought, this is a precious opportunity to work with Madame Herta on a research project. You really want to decline? Uh... Haha, I refuse. Madame Herta refuses to accept your refusal. Then this settles it. Do come and collect more scepter data. I guarantee that you'll see many exciting things. I see. Now we have... Oh, and this counts towards this. Good. Good, good, good. Cognitive boundary. Oh, this is with our brain tokens. Wow. Interesting. We need more brain tokens. Relation records. Okay, so this is just gathering things. Got it. Trailblaze secrets. Got it. The organized model. Right. Okay. This is all stuff I can do later. I guess these were new. Great. Okay. Well, that's all I wanted to do for here. Because I don't plan on pulling Barappa. Sorry. I already have IL and his Lycone, so, Oh no! But look, there's the new